Hello boys and girls, this is Miss Johnson. Today is Tuesday, April 14th, 2020, and I'm talking to all the 4th graders at Uplift Hampton. This week we are going to be doing a review over homophones. So on your paper, go ahead and title it Homophones. We did briefly talk about homophones while we had time in class, but we are going to review and do some practice and just kind of learn a little bit more. Before I get started, I do want to break down the word homophones. If I were to break it down into syllables, I would have three actually, homophones. But I am going to combine these first two syllables, kind of cut the word in half so that we can get some meaning. Homo means same or similar, and I do want you to write this down. And then phones refers to sounds of words, or word sounds like phonetics. So when we're talking about a homophone, it is no surprise that they are words that sound the same. And sometimes they can be hard to remember, but we are going to study a couple of them so that you don't make mistakes. So words like add and add, whole, right, road, desert, and dessert, or past and past, are words that we are going to focus on today. I do want you to write this definition into your notebook. A homophone. I'm going to put a little star. You can put a star. And you can pause the video to write this definition. Ta-da! Okay, a homophone is a word that is pronounced the same as another word, but has a different meaning and might have a different spelling. So I do want you to write that down and then go ahead and put it in a cloud, because it's pretty important that we understand what a homophone is so that we can know how to identify them and which work best in our writing. A lot of times when you're doing revising and editing questions, they give you a word like weak in a sentence, and they really mean the opposite meaning of weak if you see the pictures there. We'll do some practice. Go ahead on your paper. We are going to do a couple of note cards kind of thing. So I want you to take the bottom half of your paper and I want you to section it into fours. Kind of like this. Doesn't have to be perfect. And we are going to use a different homophone pair in each one of these boxes. So in the first box, I want you to go ahead and write add and add. So we have add, and then kind of leave some space and write the word add. Add with one D, add with two Ds. Now we're going to write the definition. Add with one D is an abbreviation for the word advertisement. So this is referring to an advertisement. Advertisements can be found on the television, in the form of commercials. They can be found in the newspaper. An advertisement. And then this word add, you should hear about a lot in Miss Jackson's class or in any math class. And this word add is when you are adding the sum, or finding the sum of two numbers. So this is when you put things together. You know, you can add detergent to your clothes in the laundry. But these are just two different forms of the same word. These are homophones. They sound the same, but they are spelled differently. Now, if I had to put them into a sentence, I'm actually going to use this other side for sentences. So if I had to put into a sentence, and I had the sentence, I put an ad in the newspaper, I would not be referring to the ad where you put things together. I would be referring to the advertisement. So then in that little blank, I would put AD. I put an ad in the newspaper. On the contrary, if I had the sentence, please add up all the spare change, I would not be talking about ad like an advertisement. I would be talking about adding them, putting them all together, trying to figure out how much coins we have, how many coins we have, and that would be ADD. Okay? Let's go to the next one. Down here in your bottom square, let's put no and no. We got no at the top, N-O, and then we have no as in K-N-O-W. Now these, you guys should know pretty well. No, N-O, is like the opposite of yes. No, a lot of you never want to be told no. I don't like to be told no either. I'm going to put the opposite of yes. And then this no is like knowledge. It is like kind of like an abbreviation for knowledge. And it's spelled with this silent K. And this is know like to understand. To understand or comprehend something. To know it. Okay? For our sentence examples. Does Tom know what time they will arrive? Let's see. Does Tom know what time they will arrive? Does he know? Does he know as in the opposite of yes? No. Or does he know as in to understand? Does Tom know what time they will arrive? Maybe he does. Or maybe no, he doesn't. The other sentence is there is no milk left. There is none. The absence of something. And here we will go with the opposite of no. Yes, which would be no. There is no milk left. Okay. I want you to section this paper too. So just draw your line down the middle. And then let's get 2 more lines like that. So we can section it into 6. So our paper should look like that. Okay. Next homophone pair is whole. So we have whole with a W, silent W, and we have whole without a W. Whole with the W means like the entire thing, like he ate the whole pizza by himself and he did not share it with anybody. Rude. Whole or entire or all of it. And then this other word whole is like if you dig a hole into the ground. It's like an empty place. So you can have a hole in your sock. And you can have a hole that you dug for a plant. And it's a hollow space. Okay, and we'll go ahead and write our sentences for those. We have Norma's shirt. I'm sorry, Nora. Nora's shirt had a hole in the sleeve. Now, was the whole shirt a hole? No, she only had a hole in her sleeve, which was like an empty space. You could probably see her arm through her sleeve, but that would be whole without the W. And then the next one, Luke ate the whole, oh, they have a similar sentence that I had. He ate the whole pizza by himself. Oops, by himself. Don't forget to put the periods and the capital letters at the beginning of your sentence. And this should be whole with a W. Okay. Now, the next two I would like for you to do on your own. See if you can do it. We have break and break. So here we have break. And then here we have break. This is going to be your pop question for today. So I'm going to give you, well, I would like for you to write your own definition for break and break, and then write 2 sentences using them correctly. Do this on your own. Pause the video, fill in break, the definitions, and give me 2 sentence examples using each of these words break. And send me a picture on Class Dojo for your pop question for today. Okay, don't forget to send me your pop question. So this one I'm not going to tell you the answers to. I want you to tell me. Next word we have is right and right. This W here is silent. Nobody says right. So this is right without the W. Well, silent W. But they make the same sound, so they are homophones. The top one, right, means like to mark. Mark on paper, to mark with letters or numbers, to mark with a pen or a pencil. It is to write. I say to mark on paper. And then this one at the bottom, right, is like the opposite of left. You can make a right turn, or use your right arm, and they are different. Okay? Okay, here are the sentences. Please write your name at the top of your paper. Go ahead and copy that down as an independent practice. Make sure you use the correct homophone for right. And then the next one says the directions say to turn right at the stop sign. Make sure you use the correct form right here. Did you get it right? Hopefully so. If you did not, then just write these down in the correct form so that you have the right homophones. Okay, I'd like for you to do the same for hour and hour. It's pretty cool that we have hour, the pronoun. It's also a homophone. Who would have guessed? So we have another page of 6. I'm just going to write hour and hour, write their definitions, and then pause the video and go ahead and write these sentences correctly. You do not have to send these as pop questions. I just want to make sure that you're understanding the homophones. So the first hour is like 60 minutes. The second one is hours like it belongs to us. Which homophone goes into which sentence? Write them down into your notes. Okay, now let's check. Did you get it right? I hope so. Last one, C and C. See like to look, sea as in the ocean, but they sound exactly the same. So you have to be very careful. Ant and ant. If you can't remember, then be sure to use a dictionary. Do not forget to do your no red ink assignment. And until next time, Johnson out.